Hey everybody, this is Chad Daniels, and you have landed in the middle of somewhere. Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming back. It's the end of summertime. I know that because my neighbors pulled their dock out, and I don't think that's cool. That's a real mind screw to everybody around them. But it doesn't matter. Across from me, as always, is Cyrus Amundsen.
You don't pull your dock out in August, you asshole. You wait till October when your neighbors are like, "Why isn't this guy pulling his dock out?"
Yeah,
Wait.
they have a mantra over there that we're the last ones in and the first ones out. And I always want to go, I don't think you should brag about that. Now, these neighbors are awesome, but they take their dock. Normally, they take it out Labor Day weekend, but they're not going to be here. They have something else going on, so they're taking it out a week early. But then you sit around and you have this feeling of dread because summer is almost over. And it's like, it's finally nice. This summer, let me tell you what has happened. Rain, humidity after the rain on a hot day, or smoke from the Canadian wildfires. So right now, we have in the forecast 2 weeks of beautiful high 70s to low 80s, a little bit of a breeze, and sunshine, baby. And I have decided that I'm going to fly to a hotter place to do a podcast. And then when I land, I'm going to go to the state fair in Minnesota. That is, you know what the state fair is? It's heat, it's humidity, it's people in tank tops that you can smell, and it is fryers. They fry everything. It's fucking hot. You're creating more heat in heat.
I want to be
Please
very
help.
I want to be very clear that Ohio is not the hot place. You're not coming here to do a podcast. I'm not to blame for this. And I would like to
Right. And I'm
second.
excited to do this podcast, by the way. I'm just flying. I chose to fly out of here during the nicest time because I didn't know it was going to be the nicest time.
Well, also 2 weeks left in the summer. It is when you see somebody pull their dock out, you do start going, "Oh my gosh, it's over." Here comes the horrific dread that is nine. Like people in Minnesota love the fall. Oh, the leaves and the pumpkin spice and
Yeah.
but to me, it is just the old wrinkly skin before death. I hate it. It's just
Yeah.
every leaf that turns orange, I go, well, it's about to be dark at 3:25 p.m.
Do
Sucks.
yeah, about 7 or 8 years ago, and I'm not, if you want to do the math and figure out what was going on then in my life, maybe that has something to do with it. But 7 or 8 years ago, in September after Labor Day, I would walk out on the step to get the dog, and my God, I would go into a full panic because it was like summer's over and now I'm inside. I'm trapped, and
For the
it's not going to be good.
for those people who live all over the country, there's this like it happens on a literal day. And I don't know how to describe it. I've experienced it my whole life. But in northern Minnesota, there's a day where the sun is yellow and the sky is blue
Hmm.
and the air smells fresh. And then the next day, and it's usually in August sometime, it's usually around the second or third week of August, all of a sudden, the sun is just a little bit orange and the
Hmm.
sky is just a little tinted, and the air all of a sudden you go, "Oh, is that air crisp? Is that crisp air?" And you go, "Oh shit. Oh shit.
Right.
Fuck
Yep.
shit." And it's and so to me, you're already dealing with that emotionally. And so when somebody pulls their dock out, you might as well just go shoot a bazooka at the sun. Don't just, fuck. I'll take your dock out. I'll take it out the fourth week of September. Let me pretend. Let me hold on to the goodness. I don't need your, well, at least we got the dock out early. Get the fuck, stop it. It's summer
I'm going to tell
still.
you something.
It's August.
Yeah, they took the dock out 2 days ago, and then yesterday I go outside to make sure Poe's not shitting in everybody's yard, and I'm walking around. You know what I found? A fucking orange leaf on the ground, and I went and I put it inside their screen door as if to say, "You did this. You turned this leaf orange by taking your dock out. You gotta pretend like it's gonna be summer forever."
Pretend forever. Pretend
There,
forever.
I blow my pipes out at the cabin, if that sounds sexual, but I have to
I've
remove,
also blown my pipes out at your cabin when you let me
yeah,
use the
that's,
bathroom.
you have to blow the pipes out so the
To
water
be clear,
doesn't
that was
freeze.
ejaculation, not BM.
Oh, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Uh, you have to blow the water out of the pipes so they don't freeze and burst your pipe. So I do that before I take the dock out.
I'd like to focus on the state fair. Because you mentioned that you have to go do this podcast and then come back to the state fair before. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a state fair hater. Every state has state fairs, and every state goes, we have the best state fair. We have so much food. And then the other state's like, you're not going to believe this. We have so much food. And
Right.
then the first state is like, but what about this weird food? And then the second state is like, you're not going to believe this. We have a weird food. Do you want gator on a stick? And so I I don't dislike the state fair, but I don't like the state fair necessarily. I think to your point, if I've had a nice run of summer and then I can go to the state fair for a day and then return to my summer. But if I
Hmm.
have like shit to do before it and then unfun shit after it, don't sandwich. The state fair is not a joyful release for me. It's the Minnesota State Fair is so uniquely crowded.
Hmm.
And I had this moment where like we didn't go to that stuff growing up. And so when I became an adult, I was like, well, I got to go to that. It's got to be amazing. And I went a few years, and then I had this moment where I was like, I don't need to go anymore. And I was walking through the state fair, and there was this crazy long line, and it was for the something for The Voice, like the TV show. And so it
Oh,
just had
this is the fun.
all the signage for The Voice, and the line was crazy. I was like, fuck, do you think Blake Shelton? Like I was like, he must be playing the grandstand and he's here signing
Oh.
autographs. I walk down this line and you just keep going and going. You're like, oh, I got to the front. You know what it was? One of the chairs.
I hate laughing at you, but that's really funny to think about all the dum-dums that are waiting in line just to see a chair.
You think when we get up there, you think it's going to spin? Like you,
Only
I
if you're good. Only if your voice sounds good, Billy Ray.
Yeah, you get up there and you do I Believe I Can Fly, and that chair gonna spin so hard it'll come off its axis. Dude, it like I get love and stuff. I was trying because I'm always trying to understand other people's love to not be critical, and I was trying to correlate it to something in my universe, something I love that I'd be happy. Like we've talked about as a child, my favorite movie was Cool Runnings,
True.
right? And if somebody showed me the sled from the movie, how long would I wait in line for that? And is that the same as the chair from The Voice? Maybe. Here's the thing, you couldn't sit in it.
Right.
They just like
Of course.
saw it. You could take a picture next to it, like you have your arm around your nephew. I don't. And I right then and there, I was like, the food better be pretty good, man. I can't be at a
Yeah.
place with a bunch of chair waiters.
Well, and also you have to believe that it's not even the right chair. It's a
No
replica
chance. They
of
didn't
the.
ship the chair here from Hollywood.
Do you think you could sing "I Believe I Can Fly" without peeing on someone? Secondly, I've been to the state fair in France. It's called something else, and I saw all these people
La
waiting,
France l'affaire.
and it was Lavox.
Oh, Gary LeVox.
Yeah.
Well,
So
my favorite thing that you do is when you do a callback from a 3-year-old
so
episode.
far back, yeah.
No,
You
I
know what
love it.
though?
Because I think the 8 people
Go
that have
fishing.
survived that long,
Go
they really
fishing.
they
Hey,
really
new
appreciate
listeners,
stuff like that.
go fishing. If you want that callback, go fishing.
I think it was one of our
So
better episodes.
here's the thing about the state fair. You have people with nose rings and purple hair and Chuck Taylors, and then you have people in tank tops that say, "Hey, this is my rainbow." And it's like it's a bunch of people, but not necessarily anyone I hang out with on a daily basis. And so you go there and you people watch. That's the greatest thing.
Yes.
Because if you're going to eat all that food, let me tell you something. If I sat you down and said, "Hey, do you want explosive diarrhea for 2 days?" You would for sure say no. You would for sure say no. But you go there anyways and you go, yeah, man, deep fried pickles with hot ranch. That ranch has been in the sun. Yes, I'm going to do that today.
No, we've talked about the Sweet Martha cookie stand. I'll get a bucket of cookies and then I'll go stand right next door at the milk stand and I'll eat them all together until I'm sick and struggle for a few days and I'll be happy with that decision.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's enough. To your point, the people watching is what does it because they call it the Great American Get Together
Yeah.
Great Minnesota Get Together, not American. And goddamn, do they get, you're right, you get you could spin a wheel or play Mad Libs and be like, I want a 9 foot tall Latino guy who likes Jeff Foxworthy. Brrrr, State Fair. Like whatever you want, they're walking around that place. Like I want a 2.5 foot tall, 7 foot wide fan of REM who's only there to pass out pamphlets about REM. You're like you're gonna find whatever you want, so it is a good time that way. But how long does that last when people keep bumping your shoulder and not saying excuse me?
Yeah, exactly. I have it's when I have to keep moving, when my core is sore from rotating my shoulders to let butt fucks pass, that's when I have a little bit of an issue. And here's what else is going to happen. Kelsey Cook Comedy is this is the first time she's going to be able to have cheese and all this shit. So she's going to go, I'm just going to tell you, she's going to listen to this, but she's going to go overboard
Sure.
trying to have all of the things. And then I'm also going to be responsible for that. And guess what? I have to leave later. I have to leave the next day.
I like the idea that you're gonna have to, and Kelsey, if you're listening, I think go for it. I think you should eat so much at the fair that Chad has to roll you out like you're the blueberry girl in Willy Wonka. Some of these as somebody who deals with dietary restrictions, fuck yeah, put that cheese-filled alligator thing inside. Put it all in you. I think go ham. In fact, dude, have you seen the Biggest Loser documentary?
I just started watching.
Okay, let's not talk about it then. Let's wait and let's talk about it. And that's also a warning shot to our audience that I want to talk about it.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
watch it.
yeah, watch it.
And then next time we talk about it, then you'll know what's going on.
Yeah, I think
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't have to roll her out like the Blueberry Girl because one of the deals was I will only go there if we can rent Rascal scooters.
I
I'm
know that's not true because there is no one on the planet who's a bigger bitch about getting their steps than you. Like I
It's
don't know
not
if
being
somebody told you like that was where did that come from? Like I can't get you on a golf cart if it's walkable, you are walking. And I'm saying that's a good thing, but the
I'll
way
tell
you
you. I gotta
phrase
keep my
it, I
dude. I
got to
gotta
get my
keep my hips loose.
steps.
I know I say that because I'm being facetious because that's what everyone says. It's like when I say perf and then I say that means perfect. I fucking know you know it means perfect. I'm doing it to be like a
You've
bit.
become the art you're intimidating. You're a steps guy.
No, no,
I've
no,
been
no,
around.
no,
We
no,
were in Key
no,
West together.
no,
We
no,
were
no,
in
no.
Key West together. You genuinely needed your steps, and
But I say, why do I need them? Why do I have to walk?
because you have body dysmorphia.
I have a fake hip, you silly bitch. I gotta keep it loose, baby.
You can take a golf cart ride for 2 blocks.
Yeah, but I don't want to. That's the thing.
I know, but so don't blame it on your hip.
I think when you, I've seen people in those rascal scooters, and I go, no, you just gave up. You don't need that. You gave up. You are doing this because you're out of breath from walking down the fucking candy aisle. And it's like, get out of your cart. And so I'm already there. I'm already get out of your cart to myself. I would never, you know what? I would rather hop around on one leg than ride in one of those fucking carts.
I was at a Kroger. They built a brand new big Kroger by our house. They
Lucky.
got rid of my favorite Kroger and they built a big brand new one. It's a big box store Kroger. No longer is there these nice mom and pop Krogers. We just have this big industry Kroger. Uh, but the entrance is enormous. You know, normally at a grocery store you got to get the carts out of a tiny area. It's this huge area, and that's where the carts are. And I come in, and there's only 2 carts, and there's 2 kids in this big like corridor area, probably like young teenage, and they're like driving them around, right?
Yeah.
And my initial brain is like, hey man, somebody might actually need these. and I'm almost going to do the thing where I just go, hey kids, hey, just keep your eye out in case a disabled person comes in and they need one of those. And before I could, this like, I don't know, he looked like he would be the guy that on Duck Dynasty, they were like, we understand he's your brother. We're not putting him on camera. Right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
his vibe. He just walks by, and I swear it sounded like a bark. He just went, hey, hey, hey. I think he was saying hey, but I don't know if he had like a chicken thigh stuck in his throat. He goes, hey. And he gets these kids' attention. He goes, they're for people who need them. People need those. People need them. Like three times in a row. And then he just like turned and walked off. And these two kids were like, what the fuck? They put him back immediately. It was so great. Oh God, it was like getting yelled at by an angry barbecue restaurant. It was amazing.
Oh,
Fun
that
thing to
sounds
witness.
fun.
Yeah.
Do you think that you were not there and they did not build this big box Kroger and this was a dream and you saw future you?
I don't want to do that. If
Oh,
anybody, it's future you. How
that's not.
what
Whoa,
did
whoa, whoa. You just used my thing against me. Just cut
Yes,
the
but
shit.
let's have a conversation.
What are you, the worst third grader ever? My mom fucks my mom. That doesn't even, what are you doing right now?
First of all, that's probably true. Second of all, the the person I described, I was using logic and fair argument, however you want to frame it. Are we going to pretend that I'm the giant guy in a sleeveless shirt with a chicken thigh stuck in his throat barking at children at the grocery store?
Yeah,
That's
you sure
you.
do. No, it's not. I don't need
That's you.
chicken thighs.
Which one of us has a better chance of weighing 280 pounds?
I mean, God, I'm going to tell you something. In 5 years, I'm going to wish I could weigh 200 pounds.
So why are
I'm
you
going
arguing
straight
with
to
me
four
about this?
bills, dude. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm going straight to four bills. People are like 300. I go, I'm staying in my house till I'm 400. That way people go, what?
Yeah,
What
it's like a
happened?
cut. It's like yeah, it's like you're reading. What are they when those girls get cotillion? Like they get presented as they come down the stairs. They were just nobody's seen you for like 4 years, and everybody comes to an event that you're at, and we got somebody up on the top with a bugle like "Ba, ba, ba, ba," presenting for the first time in 4 years. Chad Daniels, and then somebody just on a tarp slides you down the stairs.
Oh, we can't do that. We have to bring me around the railing on one of those chairs.
Oh yeah.
And then as it starts to go down, it breaks, but there's a safety net every 15 feet because they know it might happen.
Like trucks that are going like coming down a hill, there's like a runaway gravel slide
Yeah.
up. We've got
Yeah.
one of those for you.
The emergency exit,
I
emergency pull off.
We're just making my point. If any of the two of us, if we said which one of you is most likely to wind up above 250 pounds and which one of you is more likely to bark at children at a grocery store,
Yeah.
both of those are you, man.
Well, I don't think it's fair. I think that uh
You don't think it's fair because I said it. If you said it and
no,
I
no, no, no,
said,
no.
there's no way you're going to be fat and bark at grocery store kids, you'd be like, don't tell me it's
Well,
just
here's the
who it
thing.
came
If
from.
you take fat out of this,
Yeah.
then it's
And he
100%.
wasn't, he wasn't, I mean, he was overweight, but
Just
fat's a
wait.
mean
If
word.
you take overweight out of this, it's 100% you. It's and that is all you. I've never ever. I'm very concise when I speak, and you
I
struggle with.
think by this point,
Ah,
where you're huge and you're angry and you're at the grocery store, I think you're so angry at yourself that you don't have the ability to quickly get to the clever Chad and public quotes, and you're just barking at people.
no, no, you've turned me into somebody I'm not for this, and that's not fair. I'm going with someone you are. You are someone that would be barking. You'd have fucking smoothie phlegm in your throat, so you
Probably bring
couldn't
smoothies into it. It just proves that I'm not going to be
like
that big. So
scary skin or something, and then you would absolutely bark at them because you said you were about to say something.
I don't think we're going to settle this. So I'd like to. I want to show you something else. Uh, speaking of medical conditions, uh,
It's gonna be you. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Lloyd. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Lloyd.
people. Ever since I got diagnosed with that autoimmune disease, a lot of people in our audience will send me stuff. They'll be like, "Hey, have you seen this? Have you tried?" And it's very kind. I like it. So I'm not putting this person on blast. I just want to show you the funniest thing, and maybe it's not funny, but it made me laugh so hard. So somebody sent me a really nice message about somebody they'd been listening to, like podcasts and stuff they've written about dealing with health issues.
Mhm.
And so what I always do and I appreciated the message and I appreciate them listening. But what I always do, whether it's somebody from the show, family member, anybody, when somebody goes, "Oh, you got to try this. You've got to do," I always Google whatever they said and then the word scam.
Okay.
Just not because it is a scam, but I want to hear the opinions of people who think it's a scam.
Mhm.
And so I did that. It's a person. I'm not going to put, like I said, put this whole thing on blast. Uh, and it took me to a place that I have been a watcher and I just really love, Reddit.
Okay.
That shouldn't surprise anyone, but the I tried to finally, after years of just like spending, like lurking on Reddit and like reading insane people's stuff, I finally tried to get involved in Reddit when I had my melanoma, because there was a big melanoma group, and I posted my first thing and it got taken down. And then the
Yeah.
operator of the board came on and like scolded me about how I posted wrong and what I did wrong and took it on fuck Reddit.
Yeah.
You are you at garage sales telling people that their packages aren't fit to be like, what are you doing? How did
Can I tell you
and
something? Yeah, they are.
it sucks. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
I think I get it. You got to have operators and it's a thankless job, but I think that particular operator sucked and it's permanently, I'm never going to be a Reddit contributor. I'm just not going to do it.
Yep.
So,
I don't go on there per the request of Dan Soder.
so I put it in, it takes me to Reddit and it says, here's the title of this thing. And it's in Reddit/cults. It says blank blank meditation retreat, cult or just a scam, which is a very funny way to ask a question. But this
Hmm.
is what this guy wrote, and it's not about the guy who in question here and his method. It's just more a really, really, really funny way to answer the question or to ask the question. My mother loves New Age woo and has a pathological lack of skepticism. I don't know why that line got me. So she has a pathological lack of skepticism, and for this reason, she frequently falls for scams and is often peripherally involved in possible cults, i.e., the Isha Foundation, ISHA. I've never heard of that. She was in a yoga cult in the 90s, but didn't find out it was a cult until years after she left when the leader got arrested. I mean, and he's asking like, is this her next cult? Is this guy a scam, or is this guy is so used to his mom being sucked into cults due to, and I quote, a pathological lack of skepticism,
Yeah.
that he's on Reddit being like, please someone tell me she's just going to lose her money. This isn't a cult. This isn't a cult, right? Like that is such a funny way to frame that.
I hope I never get to that point.
Oh, I'm half there. I'm 75% of the way there.
I think.
Future Jenna might as well wrote this about her husband.
Okay. I think that I'm safe in the fact that I really never will be 400 pounds just because I have a little fucking cuckoo. But
Hmm.
I also,
You gonna stay right where you're at 396?
yes, I also don't, I have a hard time trusting.
Oh,
And
sure.
so I think that if people are like, "Hey man, you just won Powerball." I go, "Oh, okay." So I go in there and give this fake ticket to them and then everybody laughs at me? Right. And I just fucking rip up $36 million ticket.
Who do you think right now, if you had to pick the person in your family most likely to wind up in a cult that they don't think is a cult and you have to convince them a cult? You have to convince them it's a cult. I know that was a convoluted question, but
I
who is
understand it.
most likely to get sucked in that you have to spend your time trying to break them of this cult?
Well, this is going to be hard because I'm in a pretty sizable fight with half of my family right now. So I don't want to put anybody.
You want me to go first?
No, no, no. I mean, I think it would be my mom, and I think she'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I hope, anyways.
Do you think now the more important question is the follow-up is, do you think you could talk her out of it? Even if it took time, do you think you, her son, have
Yeah.
the dynamic between the two of you and the credibility to break her?
Well, you know what? I'm going to say no because sometimes when I bring stuff up to her, she goes, "I love you, but I don't want to talk about it." And I go, "Yeah, but you should hear this." And she goes, "Ha, I do not want to talk about it." She's pulled that on me a couple times. So if she was in a, yeah, maybe not.
So my sister Emily became somebody who sold something called Juice Plus for a while,
Sure.
despite having more degrees than any of us. And then my sister Janine was like, "Yeah, Juice Plus." So the two of them, you know, eh, they already, and my brother Jess, if my brother Jess wasn't so constantly attacked by Greg and I for his
Hmm.
thoughts, which is the least chill thing that the two of us do. But if, I mean, he's number one cult guy if we didn't bully him all the time.
Sure.
Um, A, because of his like broad scaled kind of paranoia about like how, what other people's intentions are, right? And then
Hmm.
B, just because he's very kind. I think he'd be pretty deep into a cult and be like, "You guys are pretty nice." Uh, I think we could talk Jess out of the cult. I don't think we could pull Emily out of the cult. We for sure can't pull Janine out of the cult. And heaven forbid my mom get in the cult. I
Hmm.
mean, fuck. This is a lady who the doctor after her knee surgery was like, "You can't lift anything for a few days." And she changed the garbage can day one, like pulling a huge, and like everybody was trying to stop her. And she just shouted at us that she needs this. So there's like, thankfully, she's really level and there's no cult possibility with her. Because if she, I mean, she's gone. The bank accounts are gone. The
Yeah.
property is gone. She's married to a guy named Ramshika. Like she's
God, I hope
never
so.
coming back if she joins.
God, I hope so. Um, she, if your mom goes into a cult, I think the rest of the dominoes are going to fall pretty quickly.
Oh no! I mean, you might as well knock this the most important pole in the teepee down and let it land on the fire because we're all going up in flames if she joins a cult.
Yeah, and can I tell you something? Right now, everybody goes and visits that resort. I mean, all you have to do is change the word resort to compound, and you're still living a pretty similar life to what's going on up there right now, anyways.
Thank you. I actually don't take that as a criticism at all.
I didn't think you would. Hey, Instagram. So listen to this. After golf one day, we have a range of ages. We have like kids in their 20s in our golf group and people in their, probably a couple of them in their 60s. And so, and then me in my 70s.
70s. Thank you. I
And
hate it when you beat me
so,
to it.
beat you, slow ass. And so, so one of the kids is on his phone and we're like, "Hey man, this is the hang. Get off your phone." And he goes, "Well, I mean, my explore page is crazy." And you look at his phone and it is all women.
Oh yeah.
All, I mean, scantily clad and young women. So I give the phone back because I'm like, that, you know what that looks like? My daughter's Instagram with her friends. So I don't want this shit. And then we start
Such a
asking,
hero.
no, no, no. No, I was just grossed out. And so then we don't, then we have a couple older people and we go, "Hey, let me see what yours is." And every single fucking guy in this group, it's scantily clad
It's
women.
just it's tits on tits on tits on tits. Yeah.
It's wild. And then they go, "Let us see yours." And I'm in a full flop sweat because it's really embarrassing. There are three things on my explore page: golf swings, like instruction, heavy bag, different heavy bag workouts, and then guys in their 50s with cool beards and tattoos. So so I can see what I could possibly my potential what I could possibly look like. And so it's so fucking embarrassing. And they go, these are all like these are all dudes on here. And I go, yeah, no, I know, because I love working out in the heavy bag, and obviously I'm not good at golf. And
You're having
then
to litigate it.
yeah, and they go, what about these all these bearded guys in black and white pictures? And it's like, well, listen, I just want to see, maybe, it's just so fucking hard to explain. It was so embarrassing. Oh God, not one woman with her tits half out, nothing. It sucks.
It is quite hard. So I think that's a majority of humans pages, men and women, right? Like it is that's the cool thing about comedy right now. The machine values sex and division.
Sure.
So all the comics that are building followings and then can sell tickets are promoting dude, if here's the thing, sell your tickets, do whatever. This is comedy purist in me, old man, whatever. But like basically like standing in front of a fire hose, spraying it in your mouth like somebody's coming on your nose, and being like, "I'll be in Tulsa this weekend. Come get hosed." You're like, okay, just put your pussy on the screen and get it over with, man. Just tell everyone you'll show them at the show, and let's be. But whatever, make your tickets, make your money. That's just me being like a bitch and a hypocrite for probably all the things I've tried to do to build my career. But
There's no question. I mean, that haircut, you don't
you,
you don't think that was strategically to get people out to shows?
dude, today it looks great.
Oh, I was making fun of you.
Oh, I thought, I mean, even with the scar, and I think this shirt color is good for me. So, you and I are very different. You look in the mirror, you see two worse than it is. I look in the mirror and I go, good for you. And everybody else goes, hey, is that a cowboy skeleton that just walked into the Kroger?
You know what though? If you look at me in a mirror, if we're standing right next to each other and you see me in a mirror, you still see worse than it is, which is fucked up.
I imagine that your mirror actually doesn't show you. It's just one of those Snow White mirrors where somebody else appears and tells you what they think you weigh, and then you just have to think about that all day.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to go to the state fair, because that's where those fuckers live.
So I've had at times I have a pretty mixed Discover page. Now, I stopped going to my Discover page in an effort to be on the internet less. I
Sure.
stopped spending time on the Discover page, and I'm just on Instagram and all that stuff a lot less. But it got to the point where I was all women, right? And I thought, well, that's not great. And so then I just to kind of see how powerful the machine was, I was like, I wonder what I have to do to completely eliminate that stuff. So it's, boring shit like what you were looking at. And so
That's
I
not, hey, no way. No way. Take it back.
so I
Got
started
a
like put
74 2 days ago because of that fucking swing help.
I'm swiping through and I'm only selecting like basketball videos, comedy videos, inspirational quotes, like intentionally quickly scrolling past and I took weeks
Mhm.
for it to get to the point where there's hardly any. And then I don't know if I just stopped paying. And one day I must have clicked on one, and the next day it was like every one of them were back. They're like, he's back, boys. Like when you
Yeah.
take a 3 month vacation from the strip club and then you walk back in, like that's what I think this machine is built for sex and fights. That's it. That's all Instagram. That's all they
Right.
know that level. However you interact with golf swings isn't
Hmm.
even within a million miles of the way somebody interacts with, a woman pretending to shake a champagne bottle or whatever
Yeah.
we're seeing.
I just I think it's like, how the cameras on your phone face you so you can take selfies.
Yeah.
I think it's whatever you masturbate to. And so for me, it's golf swings and guys with beards and tattoos, and for you, it's those ladies with the champagne bottles.
Yeah, it's just crazy that I'm not going to make that joke. Uh, can I tell you something about Sunday?
Please.
Let's switch from sex to me talking about my son.
Well, that's how you got them. So that's a good segue.
Really great point. Did we talk?
That's
We
all
talked.
I do. Quit saying, listen to me, everyone. Quit telling me it's a great idea or it's a great point. I fucking know. That's why I'm saying it. I'm not going to give you bad ideas. I'm not going to give you bad points. They're all great. Just cut the shit. You don't have to tell me that. I know it. That's why I'm saying it. Look at the source.
I I actually don't want to talk about my son. I want to talk about one other Instagram thing.
Okay.
I don't know if I like Googled a question to try to win a fight with my wife or something, but I've been getting like fed like couples board games, like work on your relationship and have fun, you know? So I'm getting a lot of that stuff. Either that or somebody else in the house is Googling, hey, how do I fix my marriage?
Yeah, same
Somebody
here.
on the same IP. So I was on Instagram and this ad came up for this show called, or this show called. Why do I keep saying that? This game called, it's either,
Chokehold? What'd you say? Chokehold?
sh that is why we're not getting along. Put me in a chokehold, just do it. It's what I
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Put me in it. Put me in it. So I think the company is called Tails and the game might be called Couples. I don't know. Whatever.
Do you
It's this,
remember before, time out, do you remember before you got this disease?
yeah, I
And
do. I definitely do.
yeah, and you were walking around fucking broad shoulders, thought you were king shit of fuck mountain.
I
And
don't
one
think I
day
thought like that, but I do remember the time
I
period.
took you down. I go I buckled your knee from behind, and then put you in a sleeper hold, and then you started shaking, so I thought you were having a convulsion, so I let you go, and then you ran out of the room covering your crotch because you had just come. What a strange way for us to become friends.
It's crazy that we've been doing that for years now.
Yeah. Well, you spend the money to come to Minnesota to record podcasts, and I got to get you back for that.
Yeah, that's true. And I take payment in a lot of ways. So they showed three examples of couples questions that you can
Okay.
ask your significant other that they believe will further, and since I am equally your most important relationship with other people, I thought since you and I are an equally important couple to who you're couples with other people, I thought I would like to ask, these are the silliest questions. They're so fuck like can you imagine having this conversation with Kelsey or Jenna? But
Just wait.
also I'm curious
Before you
what
go,
your answers
if
are.
if I made a game like this,
Hmm.
it would just come one question on a gold-plated card, and it would say, "Tell me about your past sexual relationships," and then in parentheses, as much detail as possible.
I thought it was just gonna be one card that said shut off the lights. Do you So I'm gonna read these, and I actually think once I read this first question, there's a chance that this game comes in the mail and you and Kelsey are playing it before our next episode.
Okay,
Because I
let's
think
hear
this
it.
is the sort of stuff she digs.
Oh yeah, we do this stuff. We do this stuff.
Oh man. So the first question is, what pain in me would you most like to heal?
Yeah.
Can you imagine sitting down with you, everybody listening, and maybe you have and I think I'm probably jealous. If you have one of those relationships where the two of you sit down, pull this card, and you go, yes, let's get into it. If you have one of those, I am probably on some level jealous, but there's no part. I think if I asked Jenna this, she would nut tap me and go, probably that one, and then leave the room.
Oh, I love that. But here's what's interesting. I'm about to make you puke.
You've already
Kelsey,
answered this question. You
well,
played this
Kelsey and I
game.
already know that. No, we don't have the game, but
Oh, we
that's
know that too. We know that. I'm just saying the prompt of like, yeah. What do you? Okay, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
mean, of course, I mean, of course she knows the answer without having to ask me that question, but I would absolutely say like, well, not anal or, whatever. No one wants to answer that seriously.
What do you? So if I had to pick for you, the pain in you, you'd most like to. Here's it's tricky. It's
Oh,
tricky.
are we doing each other's?
I want to do each other.
Let's do this as our relationship. Okay, I'm ready.
I think, and this isn't about. I don't want to actually help each other. I just want to see who. Let's be honest. And I want to see who gets. There's three of them, so it's best out of three. Let's see who gets the most right. Okay. So you have to take a real guess.
Well,
And
this isn't, hold on for a second. This isn't a guess. This is what pain I would like to take away. It's not a guess.
oh, that's right. I thought it was. Yeah, that's a great point. But I still want to. You tell me
Okay.
if I'm right. We have to gamify it. I don't want to
Yeah.
play some emotional nonsense without there being points connected.
Okay.
So, because I'm trying to pick what's the most important pain in you to heal. Let's change that. Let's make it
Okay.
more accusational,
Okay.
because that's healthy.
I'm ready.
So, I want to go with the dad relationship, but you're so up your own ass about how great he was and how much you got by it. So then, you add the weight thing in, which comes into the episodes a lot. But I am going to go with the trust you have for other people based upon the way your father let you down. Show me trust.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes. Okay. One for one. Okay. Do mine. Don't hurt my feelings. Do mine.
Now, I think, if we're being honest, am I allowed to be honest?
I mean, I can always cut it. This is pre-recorded, depending on how much it hurts my feelings.
Okay, so I think everyone is already thinking that I would take away the disease.
Oh no, that's not a pain. That's just a thing.
But but I think the pain that I would take away is having to remove yourself from stand up and watch other people continue to do it.
That's not true at all.
And watch, there are a lot of good people, but watch a couple talentless fucks skip to Malou up the ladder. And that I can't imagine how hard that was. So,
Show
that's,
me disappointment and not getting to live out your dreams. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
thank you.
You got that one. Next
Thank you.
question. This one will be fun. How would you describe me to a total stranger? And and to make like it has to be a fair description. We're not being mean here. It's got to be
Yes.
one you approve because it's 1-1 here. So
Yep.
I am going to go with the best, most stubborn, or excuse me, the best, most charming, stubborn person I've ever met in my life.
Hmm. Okay. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty. Here's the thing. I didn't even work on these beforehand. I just riffed that.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. And I haven't heard these until just this instant. So,
I mean, you don't
uh,
have to always feel. You don't have to always prove that you're working at a deficit in a
oh, I'm
made-up
not working at
game
a
about
deficit. I'm just
cars.
telling people I also didn't have the things. That's
Oh,
all.
totally. That's what it
Uh,
felt like.
okay, fine. Um, I would
Can't
say
use AIDS.
no. Oh, come on. I would say once you are in your inner circle, one of the most genuine friends.
You did a good job. That's both things that is good about me and bad about me. That was very good.
Because if you're not in your inner circle, I mean, you may as well be in a firing squad. It doesn't matter.
This is the best one. I think we're 2 for 2 here. Um, Now, this one, any answer you want, I think whoever has the best answer here wins because we're tied 2-2. So
Okay.
just searching for the best answer here.
Okay.
If for some reason I lost my memory, what's the first thing you'd tell me about us?
Wow, these questions suck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kelsey, and you can get this if you go to the Tails Instagram page, TALES Instagram page.
I would say, oh, by the way, you know what annoys me a lot? My laugh, because sometimes I'll walk into my bedroom and Kelsey's in the bathroom listening to this podcast and I hear myself laughing and it makes me want to fucking go outside on the deck and jump off head first. Anyways,
Total reasonable self-critique that, yep, go ahead.
the first thing I would tell you about the time in Appleton where you wore a Vikings Brett Favre jersey on stage, just to let you know like what kind of personality you have.
And I would tell you that we have been in a secret Brokeback Mountain style relationship for 2 decades and neither of our wives know, so play it cool. Hey, if you guys like this, there will be a new episode next Monday and every single Monday at 8 a.m. So click the subscribe button so your phone sends it to you without having to do any work.